Good morning, students. Again, we are here to start the new lesson of history, Iron Age Civilization. You can see on the screen chapter 11, Iron Age Civilization. Before starting this chapter, why this age was called Iron Age Civilization? Let me tell you one thing, that during this age, people used to use iron tools which were more harder, more durable than bronze, and that's why this age came to be known as Iron Age Civilization. Yes. Now let's come to the screen here. You can see here some of the iron tools being used here. You can see over the picture. These are the iron tools. Bronze Age civilization had flourished in eastern part of the world, as the western world was far less advanced at that time. Yes, eastern part of the world was much advanced as compared to western world. And this Iron Age civilization, which started around 1200 BC, and it followed Bronze Age. After Bronze Age, Iron Age came. This you have to remember, that after Bronze Age, Iron Age came, because that time people used to use iron tools. Now you will come across that how iron tools transform the life of man. What changes were brought in the daily life of a man. As I told you that iron tools were more stronger, more harder, more durable. Still even today also we use number of iron things, so that are more stronger. So like sickle were used. This was the tool which was used in cutting the crops. Shovel, you know what is shovel? A hand tool used for picking sand and snow. That is called shovel. Next tool was spades. Spades was a tool used for digging, for gardening. It was like this shape. Let me show you this. It was like this. This was spades, right? Next is your saw, axe. Axe you all know, that for cutting trees. Next is saw. Nowadays also this saw is used. Let me show you the picture. It is like this. Here is the handle and here is the cutting edge. This is saw. It is specially used for cutting wood. So this is saw. Nails that are used on the wall for hanging something. So these are all things which were made out of iron. Now iron tools also helped or added in varieties of occupation. How it added varieties of occupation, let me tell you. Like that time so much blacksmiths were not there. Blacksmiths means lohar. They were using these iron tools for different purposes. After that many new occupations were added. Cobbler, using all those things made up of iron. So in this way these iron tools added number of occupations. Axe was helped in clearing jungles for cultivation. There was an increase in the number of cities and towns, as Iron Age not only added number of occupations, it also brought number of changes in the life of man. It, in this way, it also increased the number of cities, settlement of cities and towns. And along with that, it also added trade and craft, like tools which were used out of iron. Tools which is made up of iron are used for making craft, and trade was also carried. Many civilizations started developing around Mediterranean Sea. In the world map, Mediterranean Sea. In my next class, when I will be showing you the world map, there I will show you, when I will be discussing you the different civilization which emerged under Iron Age, where this civilization emerged, I will show you on the world map where are these civilization, and in that I will show you this Mediterranean Sea. Okay, I will show you this Mediterranean Sea. Trade between different parts of the world started. Migration started. Migration means moving of place from one place to another. People, moving of people from one place to another. Then changing of places, territories due to wars helped in the exchange of ideas. Wherever somewhere wars took place, people used to change from there to other place. And in this way, they also grabbed new culture, new ideas. So it not only brought great change in occupation, but also it brought a great change in the life of man. And all these helped in the development of art and craft. This is an important line. Barter system was replaced by using of currency. Barter system means exchange of goods. Previously, if somebody used to provide any service, in return they used to get goods, anything in the form of grains. So exchange of goods. But now this barter system was replaced by use of currency, where there will be exchange of money, that is called currency. So this was also great change brought in Iron Age. Let's come to, do you know there that Iron Age is associated with painted grey ware. It refers to the ceramics which have been fired grey and painted with black designs. Plates and bowls which are using, or you will find in kitchen, they are all made up of ceramics. It was a distinguished pottery called painted grey ware. It was called painted grey ware. This was the distinguished pottery which took place in Iron Age. It was not found during Indus Valley or in Neolithic period. The main archaeological culture of India was this painted grey ware. It was grey and white pair of clay. It is little bit sticky and smoother, and you will mostly find near the streams area. And out of this, with the help of wheel, they make different shapes, patterns, and then they are baked to make it more stronger and durable, and painted with black design. Let me show you the picture of this painted grey ware. You can see here the picture. I think it is visible to you. Painted grey ware. These are the black paint which they put it like a design. These are the dots. These are the dots. Apart from that, the greatest achievement of Iron Age was literature. And children, one thing I want to tell you, that this literature not only was to keep records of history, it also brought a great revolution in the field of communication. Because through writing, people not only kept these as records, but it also became a medium of self-expression. Means one can exchange their ideas, their views, one can express their views. So it was a better source of medium, better source or better medium for communication skills. The great thinkers wrote about the injustice that was prevalent in the society. If we are coming to know that what injustice took place that time, number of social evils were there, sati pratha, johar, apart from that parda system, these whatever social evils took place, how the slaves were exploited, tortured, if we are knowing about the history that these evils were present in the society in the past, in ancient India, we are getting it from these records. And if there was not literature, it would have been not possible. So these great thinkers wrote about this in the literature, through poems, through dramas. They wrote these things about the past. So we saw the development of religion also. Many religion came into being after that. Different religions about even your, you can say that Jewish religion, then your Judaism. These were all the religions that came after that. So remains of the ancient civilization during Iron Age has been found in different parts like Greece. These are all European countries. I will show you next day in the world map, Rome and Iran. So in my next lecture, we will come across the four civilization of Iron Age. First is Vedic civilization, which is related to India. Next is Greek civilization. Then the third one is Roman civilization. And the last is Iranian civilization. Like in Indus Valley civilization, in Bronze Age, you came across four civilization: Chinese, Egyptian, Indus Valley. Same way here also in Iron Age, four civilization emerged: Greek, Roman, Iranian, and also Vedic civilization of India. So in detail, we will read about Iron Age civilization of India, which was known as Vedic civilization. This was called Vedic civilization because number of Vedic literature was written during this time, took place during this time. We came to know about number of Vedic literature during this time. We came about different Vedas. So that is why this age is called Vedic age. So children, up to here, so we come across that four civilization and what important achievements took place during this Iron Age. First of all, Iron Age, why it was called? The people used iron tools. Apart from that, it also added to number of tools which were used for agriculture. Next, it also added new varieties of occupations, as I told you, blacksmith, cobbler. Then along with that, trade and craft also flourished. Apart from that, it also brought change in the barter system, which was replaced by currency. And along with that, the greatest achievement of Iron Age was literature, out of which we come to know about the past history of ancient India. And this Iron Age is also known as painted grey ware, because this was the main contribution of this Iron Age, where the people used to use this ceramics, and they named it, which they used this grey and white pair of clay for making different you can say different types of pots, different type of vessels were used. This clay was little bit sticky, smoother, and children, you will find this clay near to the streams area. It is very sticky and smooth, and out of that they make, with the help of pottery, the shapes. It has been molded into different shapes and pattern, and after that it is burned. It is fired, so to make it more durable, and grey and painted designs black in color specially is been designed on those plates and bowls. So that's why it was called painted grey ware. So you can see here the picture. After that, the greatest contribution of this Iron Age was literature. What was the greatest contribution? Literature. And children, today if we are knowing about the past of ancient India, writing was the only thing which helped to keep records. And due to this, it not only added to the keeping records, but it was also a source of self-expression and communication of ideas. People want to express their views or share their feelings to the other. This writing and literature was the main medium through which they can communicate their ideas to another. And in this age only great thinkers wrote about all these through poems, through dramas, and what they wrote about the injustice which took place in the society that time. What sort of injustice? Like slaves were exploited, discriminated, then number of social evils were there, sati pratha, johar, child marriage, even women were not allowed to go to schools for education, pathshalas. So these social evils were highlighted that time, what existed that time in the society. So along with that, this period also saw the development of many religions. Number of religions came this time, like your Judaism, then you can say Christianity also came. So these religions came into being after that. After this Iron Age, number of religion came into being. So children, in this Iron Age, we will come across 4 civilizations. Previously in Bronze Age, we read about 4 civilizations: Egyptian, Chinese, Mesopotamian, and Indus Valley civilization. Again here in Iron Age, we will come across 4 civilizations: Greek civilization, Roman civilization, and also Iranian civilization. So children, in my next class, I will show you on the world map where are these civilizations emerged. Along with that, I will also show you the Mediterranean Sea on the world map. So in this way, iron tools flourished this time, and that's why this civilization came to be known as Iron Age. Now let's come to the homework. In chapter 10, Indus Valley, we have not done the map skill. So today we will be doing the map skill. So come to page number 93. You will see there, especially most of the places you have to locate on outline map of India. Okay. So the first answer is Lothal. Second, Great Bath at Mohenjo-daro. Harappan site in Rajasthan is Kalibangan. Harappan site in Punjab, it is also in Pakistan, children. But here I am telling you this Rupar which is in India. Okay. So make it clear. And first Indus Valley site discovered at Harappa. Where it was discovered? It was discovered at Harappa. And where is this Harappa? It is in Punjab, which is now in Pakistan. So let me show you these places on the outline map of India. So which one is the first one? First is your Lothal. Here is Lothal. Second is your Mohenjo-daro. Here you will find Mohenjo-daro. Okay. Next is Kalibangan in Rajasthan. This is your Kalibangan. Fourth is Harappan site in Punjab. I am talking about India. So here you will write Rupar. Okay, this is D part. And the last one is first Indus Valley site discovered, which was at Harappa. And where is this Harappa? It is in Punjab, which is now in Pakistan. There are two Punjab. One it is in India and the other it is in Pakistan. So this Harappa is now in Punjab, which is now in Pakistan. So these two places we find in Pakistan, rest places we find in India. So I think this map is clear to you. This will be your homework, which you will do it on the outline map of India and paste it in your history notebook and submit in your social science group. Okay children? Thank you.